he has multiple commercials that tie in together as one story. So if you missed the last commercial, you probably wouldn't completely understand what's happening. Stuff like the goldfish commercials. I love these. These were like a whole TV series that I kept up with, never missing an episode. As a kid, these commercials played all the time on kids channels like Nick and CN. And the story of the goldfish commercials span off 6 seasons. Yeah, there's seasons to this shit. Buckle up. Taking place mostly under the bed of a boy's bedroom where there's a whole goldfish society, which I'm surprised this boy's bedroom isn't bug infested with how many goldfish food he has down there. Which stars our main stars: Finn, the boring one; Gilbert, the shy one; Brooke, the girl; and Extreme, the extreme one. And the series follows their day-to-day lives. The first 2 seasons are more episodic, with each commercial being kind of its own thing, with only the first one being about how Finn is new to the goldfish world. It isn't until the start of season 3 when a new fish arrives, Swimmington, a guy who talks all fancy and presents himself as the talk of the town, even though he's just a dumb goldfish. I could eat him in 1 second. And he just moved in, so everybody else tries to show him around. The next commercial, we see Gilbert introduce Extreme, who I'ma just call X from here on out, to the neighbor. And when they meet, it turns out they know each other and they're brothers!
Name is Extreme.
Calm down, little brother.
And when finding this out, Swimmington calls X Fumbleton, where Extreme corrects him,
Yeah, it's Extreme now, bro.
meaning that X is not his original name, and he must have changed it to disassociate himself from his past. Which makes the viewer now wonder what happened in his past to move away from his home and family. And they set all this up in a 30-second commercial. Is this not a cinematic masterpiece? It isn't until 2 episodes later where we see an ad where Swimmington is reading and X is rocking out to his loud music. And Swimmington is constantly telling him to turn off the music until the speakers just break. Now, this seems like another filler ad, but it really isn't. You see, in this 15 seconds, we see the brothers' 2 contrasting personalities. We see Swim being the posh, I'm better than you peasants kind, and X being the stunt double, fun, cool, just the extreme kind of guy. In a normal setting, these guys would never gotten along with each other. They have no similarities other than coming from the same fish. And also, based on their interaction so far, it shows they kind of hold not the strongest bond with each other, with the next commercial revealing why, with X's backstory. X tells Swimmington that the reason he left the pantry, which was their original home, was because he felt that it was depressing in there. And it sure looks like it, just floating around in straight lines doing nothing. Sounds like 1984 all over again. And in this depression house, X was the only one that stood out, because he was the only person that didn't act like a robot doing tricks and stuff, but failing at it and fumbling over, hence his name, OG name, Fumbleton. And since nobody really messed with him there, not even his own brother, he left and went to a new place where he says the people accept him for who he is.
Now I have friends who accept me for who I am.
I can only imagine why.
Extreme, you gotta try this.
That chalks up X's backstory, showing that he's a deeper character than what we initially thought he was. We first thought X was just a rowdy, happy-go-lucky guy, but after hearing his backstory, we know X is a believer, a dreamer, that looks to the future instead of letting his past nailing him down. He only will get back up and move forward. Extreme is truly extreme. How do goldfish commercials have better character writing than 90% of Netflix shows? I don't know, but I do know that these are some of the greatest commercials, and this ain't even the best season. Season 4 with Gilbert getting trapped in a vacuum cleaner goes insane, but we'd be here all day if I went over each season on why this is the best thing to ever exist on television. This is the best thing to hit television since the Flintstones. Still ain't better than the Chef Boyardee commercial though. But you also know what else